Hello and welcome back to Factorio and Space Age. So, last time we have finished this design here, and we are on track here to consume about 5k bioflux per minute, which is pretty insane. But we'll see where we end up actually. Now, unfortunately, I don't think it matters that much. But we'll do this. And we're gonna set priority right and left here. And I'm gonna take this out here, I think. Yeah, I think this is what we do, yeah? So all I really want to do is hook this up here. Like so. And we'll do that and that. Boop. And we'll go down with nutrients. And down with nutrients. So the excess that we have here should be hopefully enough to fuel this part of the construction as well. I'm kind of hoping here. So I'll be completely honest and say that I actually don't know if that's gonna be the case. Now, this also needs 2,500 bioflux per minute, which isn't that bad. It's not that bad. $5.2. So where do we put the input for? This is not much. Okay. Kind of want to split this off here, but it's gonna look terrible. What if we do this instead? Okay. I don't know if I like this that much more. I don't know if I like that a bit more, but that's gonna solve the problem at least. don't even think we are far away from needing a full belt here. So we split that off. We split that off. Split. And we'll just do that. We'll prioritize bioflux for this setup. Going up here. And basically, this is what we want. And here we have immediately a fairly sizable problem. Whatever we do, this is going to go outside of this setup. Then we'll take this thing. We'll pair that up with that. And we'll do that. Okay, and then we are definitely in the territory of one more block. So let's prepare this. By doing all of that. I missed a row, unfortunately. There we go. And let's get rid of the cliffs. That's fine. Now, this was 9,000 bioflux, right? Yeah. That's gonna be too much. That's gonna be too much. We're gonna have to make this smaller. This is 6.6. Okay, 6.6 is probably... So to ensure maximum freshness, maybe we do want to kill off bioflux here. Actually. I wonder. I think we're gonna have to redesign a little bit here. Let me see if we can make this fit somehow. $7.4. What about this? We can keep energy cost low and get this up. Oh wow, that's way too much. Okay. Wait, I was going in the wrong direction now. I need 5.2. I need 5.2. Let's go back here, please. Okay. This was 7. This is still too much. If we take this out, it's 4.4. If we put a speed module in, we can go up around 6. Okay, suddenly this is 8. What about that? Okay. I'm trying to get this correct. It's rough, man. $5.8. 5.8. We'll have a small surplus with this. And this then in turn eats 146 and 117. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll be honest. Okay, now I need to make this fit somehow. Okay, if we take this, we place that down there. And then we take this here. Right, that's the failsafe. There we go. And we'll dump this out here, I think. Why did I do this like this? I don't know, man. Can we even simplify this more? That's the question. Because that wouldn't be bad, I'll be honest. This is 2.6. It's still 80. What if I do this? It's gonna go over 3K easily, right? Yeah, holy shit. If we temper it a little bit, could we just mega simplify this? This is gonna be 7K. I mean... because then I can just do... okay. So if I were to go here... and this is spoilage still. This is spoilage still. This would be the fruit coming in. Could go here. Have slightly less belt. Oh no, that's nutrients, right? That's nutrients. Then we do this spoilage. So fruits go... oh yeah, I didn't design this at all like this. Interesting. I think we're gonna have to rewire all of these belts, basically. Yeah, because this... no. We also don't need double belt anymore. We just need one belt. This is even slightly too much, right? Okay, what if we do the switcheroo? I think this is not going to be enough, right? This is going to be too little. I'm fucking around with these modules here on Gleba. But still kind of the same. This is like such an excess. This is such an excess. I really wish this would just work. Right, but now that's too much. Because we are, you know... I want to hit around 6k, right? 2.6. 5.2. I really wanted to be fucky with this. What if we do this? It's 8k. Like, this is even getting worse. I don't know if we're gonna find a combination here that would work. 4.3. This is 13k, yeah? We add one efficiency beacon. We're gonna add 2 efficiency beacons. But we should be back to the fucking thing we just did, right? There's no way that I'm doing this that bad. Yeah, so this is 8k. We'd need speed modules that are like another color. And we're like back to this fucking thing. Okay, you know what? Can we try and put a normal biochamber here instead? Boom, boom. We'll do one of these. One of these. I want to see what we end up with here. Because this is significantly slower, right? So if we can somehow get this to work, I might be satisfied. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. But I think this is not going to be enough, you know. 1600. I don't think there's any way. Okay, now this would kind of work, yeah? This would kind of work. I'll be honest. I think limiting the input is better. I think limiting the input is better. And we'd go with this double legendary thingamadoo. Would be slightly more efficient if we put this here. Put this here maybe. And then we do that. We would put this here. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is way too much, my guy. But we could kind of make this work. We would kind of make this work, yeah? Well. Okay, that's fine. So fruits will be coming in here. We have a double lane of fruits. So if we limit this to half, so we limit this to half a belt, we're gonna get half of this, which is not enough. So we're gonna end up with too little, whatever the fuck we do. That's kind of pissing me off. I mean, we could just say, we will just fucking go for it. And make 9K. And then we'll limit the input. And we'll go from there. We're gonna need a bit more than half. Let's say if we wanted, let's say 9,600, and we'll do 60% of that, which is almost 6K. If we do 70, that's too much. 9,600 times 65% is gonna be 6.2K. Which is pretty reasonable for this. So we're going to need 65% of the inputs here. Okay. 65% of the input, which is still more than half a belt. So we're still going to need to get 2 belts in here. Okay, so this warrants a fucking nutrients gonna go here. Okay, we're gonna do this. Don't think I need that. Okay, this can go here, maybe. I don't care about the output for now. This is spoilage from up there. That's fine. Cool. So spoilage will go out on this belt. Yes. Everyone agrees that that's the case. However, nutrients will not go here. This input belt here will be nutrients. So we're gonna take this away. We're gonna take this away. I'm probably making this way too complicated, my guy. So we'll do that. Okay, cool. Now, this bad boy will do the same. We use this splitter. That doesn't actually... Does that matter? This will be one of the belts going from here. It doesn't really matter, I think. So we can just do this. Boom. Okay. We can try and make this a bit more compact later. We'll remove this. And now we have a... Yeah, so we're gonna need 2 belts of inputs. One coming in here. And one coming in here. We could, for example, do this. That would be fine. This is still spoilage. We'd still need spoilage from this to go down there, because nutrients will spoil eventually. And we'd still need spoilage from these 2 belts to go here, for example. That's gonna go there, yeah? Okay. I mean, I don't need to make this more compact than it already is, because space is not really gonna be a problem. Okay. And then spoilage will go out here. Okay. Cool. So we're just gonna connect this. This is gonna make a shit ton of stuff. Now, I did say that we should be limiting this to 60% of whatever it is that this needs. So let's say 240 times 65%. It's 156, roughly. Okay, so that's 2 of these. 2 of these will be more than enough for what we need. So we can just This is gonna get annoying, isn't it? We can do this. And 165 of the other fruit is way too much as well, right? Because we're gonna need 65% of 193. So we're gonna need 125. Which is way more than this. We try to do this. If we can get kinda close. We couldn't get kinda close. Okay. What about this? Is this gonna be too much? It might be too much. Yes, that's too much. What about this? And what about this? Okay, that's not enough. I think we're back to square one there, yeah. This was 129, which was not enough, right? No. Okay. Okay. I think we are satisfied enough with that, right? Do we really want to fiddle too much with that? I don't know. This is 165. It's too much. We'll see if we can lower... We'll see if we can lower this a bit. So we would get fresh fruit all the time instead. This here is 176. $240 times 0.65. Yeah, so it's slightly too much. It's just ever so slightly more than I want to produce, right? So what can we remove from this? We can remove this, for example. The nutrients, we can do this with. We can do that. And other than that, I mean, this should be working pretty well. Don't really need this belt, do we? So it's not going to be a full belt. we'll do that. Move these one step. That should be more than fine. Let me just double check here. We do have fruits coming in here, yeah. That's fine. This is seeds going out. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to do something like this here. And I'm tanking my FPS now, I can feel that. So this is fruits coming in. This is seeds going out. This is nutrition. This here is bioflux. Going up. Okay, perfect. So now I can at least see what the hell I'm doing. Nutrition-wise, yeah, here is the thing that I was thinking about before, yeah. Nutrition-wise, all we really need is this. I'm thinking if we should just be building it here. I'm so tempted. We'll do that. And this then is... I'll put nutrition there. Bioflux comes in there. Bioflux. I can do this. And bioflux just goes there. Cool. And I don't really need to see that this is nutrition anymore. Can I get those crafted, please? No. This. I need this. And we need that done. We are making rocket silo, but we're missing steel. Are we importing steel properly? Oh, wow. Yeah, can we get a bit more steel here, please? Okay. So far, so good. Right? This is essentially one side complete. Okay. So I need around 1,200 fruits. If we think about that in whole numbers, we said that one of these has 47 tiles and does 10 yumaku per minute. So that's 470 per agricultural tower. And we're gonna need 3 of those to get actually, let's calculate how many slots we need here instead. Because I think we're gonna want to do that instead. Right. So, again, let's double check our math here. We have 240, because that's a full belt of yumaku. We needed 65%, which is 165. This is a little bit more than that, which would be the equivalent of 2,000. Okay. So if we say that if we try to get 4 full towers in here, oh, that's gonna be 1,800 something. Let me check. And now someone's at the door again. Be right back. Okay, I'm getting mega distracted by these things at the door. Anyway. So basically, we are ready to mirror this. And we calculated just now that 470 times 4 is 1,880. And 470 times 2 would be 940, I think. Yes. So we pretty much need to find a spot. Okay, yeah, this is kind of spicy here. These biomes are not available, right? And this is the other biome. I don't know what that is, but I would say not available. But for example, we could do one here. That's fine. No, not legendary. Thank you very much. Okay. So this is pretty much what we need. And now we also need this amount from here. I am thinking of just stealing 4. I'm gonna steal these 4, actually. We're just gonna do this. Whoop. I think what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna cut that out. This part here. Soon. So seeds will go up here. And we'll have a split with this, and you're gonna go to the right. Honestly, we'll just do that. That's fine. Split, jump. We'll add that there. This we're gonna go get from the other side of the universe. Almost over here, but not really. And we're not gonna do that either. We're gonna stop there. Gonna take this. Go down. And I think we need to go on the right side of this belt. So this fits kind of well. And we'll just keep going with the seeds. And there we go. Okay, my guy. And this is for half. This is just for 7.2k. So we're gonna need 4 of these each time we want to do these 15, right? That's how that's gonna work. Why don't I have any more of those? What are they called again? Yeah, agricultural tower. We are not making them. Can they be made in a biochamber? No. No, they cannot. Okay, but well, we can make them. Please go back to Gleba. Like, I don't understand something here. Oh, we're getting 100. Okay. Yeah. How about... No. That ain't working. That ain't enough. Okay. That should be... At least should be working kinda okay. Cool. Now the whole process here should be mirrorable. And hopefully this is gonna work without any issues at all, right? Nothing has ever gone wrong. Okay. Let's put these in. We have the first fruits coming in. Okay. I'll be removing a couple of these, you know. That seems fair. Okay, and we need to turn off this bioflux up here. I'm gonna send these to whatever. And I'm gonna go steal a couple of eggs here. Okay. This should be enough to kickstart this process down here. And we want to see what we can do with this. Right, we don't have any. Okay, fuck. Okay. That's very unfortunate. Okay, let's grab this. Yeah, that should be fine. Should have done this before. There we go. There we go. We only have 13 minutes to get this rolling. Which we hopefully will. Because we really need to make sure this actually works. And we're gonna get a ton of spoilage here. Right, this also... is something we need to get out from here. Speaking of spoilage, as I said, we're gonna need to watch this thing kinda closely. Somehow we're still making science, but that should stop very soon, to be honest. This is still gonna make nutrients for this, which is bad. So we're gonna stop that. Okay. Speaking of, as a safety precaution, we probably want to have a couple of turrets here. This should be more than enough. Down here, we should need 0. This should never be an issue. Probably not going to be an issue up here either, but I'd rather have a couple of turrets here and be safe than confused and attacked. Okay, and this is gonna work with that. We do have the fruits coming in. We should now have bioflux starting up, which should lead to nutrients being produced. This is only gonna eat like 1500. And the nutrients that we use for this, they will be fresh anyway. So that the fact that we're getting slightly less fresh things here doesn't matter. It's not gonna matter at all. Okay, bioflux is going. We kind of need nutrients to flow down here as well. Otherwise, that's gonna be a rough sell, I'll be honest. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So I can tell already that this is not going to be enough. And that means that we need to do this. There we go. No. Well, we need that to be a thing. Preferably. Okay, you're not getting any eggs. But you are now. Okay. This might actually be too slow. That's a problem. You should be fine. We shouldn't have that much of a surplus. No, we don't have that much of a surplus. So that should be fine, right? Okay, cool. So we need to kickstart these as well. That needs to go down there. As we can see, this is not exactly without problems. Oh, did you send your eggs or what? Okay, and that needs to go in there. That actually needs to do that. Okay. Man. Bioflux takes a long time to spoil, though. Okay. Let's see what we are hitting with this. Well, we're hitting new levels of spoilage here. The amount of nutrients we're getting here is a lot. This is gonna be overkill, isn't it? It's gonna be very, very overkill. Okay, yeah. So we have found our first problem. This is not gonna work. So we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do that. I'll be fucking honest as well, though. I don't think this is gonna work either. So I think this here is the solution to that. Okay. Yeah, because this will stall with if spoilage get in. So we can't have that. Okay. So far, kinda so good. Our theoretical max for this was 7.2 thousand. And that's basically what we've hit here. And this seems to be working pretty well. I think the fruits that we're making are a bit too much. This is 120. This is 120. So this ain't gonna work. Because that was a miscalculation, because I was, yeah. Doesn't matter, but that's not gonna work. But this should be fine. Let's see if we can get this to work. Yeah, that's slowly gonna start attacking us. So each of these make a bit more than 2k per minute, yeah. This should end up at 7.2, right? question is... No, there's no way. So, what we're gonna do to fix that problem is actually import the legendary offshore pump is already here, or what? Is cool. What we'll do with this is that we'll lead the water over here. Because I don't want to try and find another water source. So that ain't happening, son. So the question is, how much excess are we making here? I had to guess it's quite a lot. This trashing system seems to be working quite well. Gonna delete this because we have remade a bunch of things here. I think we could probably use spoilage way better than we are. That's unfortunate. Okay, so based on when the eggs come in, this is gonna be... So it's not perfect by any means. Why is that different? Did it spoil a bunch of them? Probably did, yeah. Okay, that should probably be fine. Can remove these. Cool. That ain't working. That ain't working either. Okay. I'm just removing that. I ain't playing around with that, I'll be honest. There we go. So anything that's output priority here. And anything that's not working with that, we are gonna burn. Just as a final failsafe. Okay. We're gonna go get a couple more of these red fruits. Somewhere. Yeah, okay. So can we just grab this, please? Boom. Okay. Conceptually, I think we should be done with this. Seeds come out here. Fruits go in here. Boom. That should be fine. Connecting the water, though. There we go. Connecting the other water. Should be very fine to do this. 7.1. It's this little bugger here. I kind of want to do something different here. I just don't know what. we do something like this? So I want to even out this thing. So I really want to even out this thing if possible. Okay, so you're going to make sure that there's a couple of eggs here all the time. Just as a precaution, we can do this. Probably not going to be needing it. But, I mean, why not? It's just in case. And this should still be the same net result, right? There's going to be a couple of eggs here. And this is going to be fresh first, spoiled first. Spoiled first. Fresh first, spoiled first. That should be it, yeah? Okay. Just gonna take a couple here. We'll put them in there. Eventually this is gonna start doing its thing. And should be fine. This is just avoiding unnecessary voiding of eggs. Really. We should be doing 7.2 exactly, and then we should go up to 14.2 exactly. And once we're up at 14.2, I will say that I'm pretty satisfied with this design. And then it's, I think, stamping time, I'll be honest. We're gonna need to update the defenses. We are going to need to kill a bunch of the bugs on this planet. And then we should be good to go. Fairly simple setup for the purpose. And I think those eggs... Oh, right. Right. I'm just gonna do this. I need a bit more than I think that I need. To kickstart these. That should be working. Eggs should be going down here. I don't think I should be adding any more. Would be in here, but I don't know. I'll just leave it as it is, I think. Maybe we'll just do this. Again, probably not gonna need it. But let's just have it just in case. We're about to hit 29 here. How are we doing on Fulgora anyway? Okay, this has started working. We're waiting for some foundation anyway. Okay, 45k. Again, we should have 4 of this. So 45k. 12 times 4. We have a little bit of leeway still. We should be able to get up to 48k. Well, this has hit the spot pretty much exactly. And I'm just gonna leave this running for a bit. But I'm feeling fairly confident that this is gonna be working pretty well. Now the question is it enough to keep going for a very long time, or are we gonna have small gaps? I'll be honest, I don't know. But so far, I'm quite pleased with this design. And we're gonna need 10 of these stamped down. Biggest problem is definitely gonna be finding the correct biomes where we can just, without too much trouble, get this in here. The good thing is they don't need that many bots. I say, and they are very, very active right here, right now. Where are you going with that? Oh, right. Okay. So you're going up there. Okay. That's fair enough. Bots are always gonna be fairly active here. Although, honestly, Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that. I obviously want to save some spoilage. But, question is how much we actually want to save. Okay. We'll see. Anyway, I think we're done for this time. Next, we're gonna start hunting for more. I'm gonna try. We have 1, 2, 3. We could probably do a couple more there and here. So I think having a couple more of these maybe here would be a good idea. So next time I think we'll just get that rolling. So we can get up to 3, 4 of these running at the same time, and then we can see where we go from there. And it's probably about time next time as well to stamp out another one of the Fulgora blueprints. This is actually starting to look pretty solid, which I really enjoy. Still don't have a battery surplus. But we're doing 44k. I think once this is completed, I think we can probably get going and do 48 stable. We're very close to hitting the game updates before we start losing FPS and UPS, so the road continues. Anyway, if you like this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching and have a really nice day.